Let's talk about oppression. We may hear that word a lot, but do we know what it really means? Oppression is a system of inequality where certain members of a group are given power at the expense of another group. There are 4 types of oppression, including systemic, cultural, individual, and internalized. Systemic oppression, or sometimes referred to as institutional oppression, shows up in laws and practices. One of the most talked about examples of systemic oppression are the Jim Crow laws, which were established after the Civil War in the southern area of the United States. They were a set of laws imposing segregation. To ensure these laws were followed, places had signs that read whites only and colored. Now during this time, they used the doctrine of separate but equal from the Plessy v. Ferguson court case to claim segregation was not unconstitutional as long as it was equal. In reality, that was not the case, because segregation did not mean equal, since the establishments labeled colored were not maintained the same as the one labeled white. And by establishments, I mean things like schools and healthcare centers. Now, this is just one example of systemic oppression, but there are so many more. Cultural oppression consists of values, norms, shared patterns of seeing, thinking, and acting that oppress groups of people. For example, gender norms. Society has an expectation that only 2 genders exist, and that those 2 genders have specific characteristics. A woman is expected to be a stay-at-home mom, fragile and emotional. A man is expected to be the man of the house, strong and clear-headed. These expectations limit a person's identity and label anyone outside accepted gender norms as weird or not normal. Also, cultural oppression often leads to developing laws or practices that lead to systemic oppression. Individual oppression is behaviors and actions taken towards someone that reflect prejudice, bias, and stereotypes against a group of people. Often, when we talk about oppression, we really only think about individual oppression because it's the easiest to see. Individual oppression could be anything from microaggressions, hate speech, physical violence, etc. For example, assuming that everyone is heterosexual or assuming that people from low socioeconomic backgrounds are less intelligent. Lastly, internalized oppression is when the oppressed groups believe the lies, stereotypes, or prejudice created about their group. This can lead to low self-esteem, self-doubt, and even self-loathing. Now, do these 4 forms of oppression take place at PCC? Think about it. Make sure to check out our next Word of the Week. See you then!